Hey everybody, this is Pam at the Paper Outpost, and I want to show you 3 fun things that you can make in your junk journals very easily with fabric. If you've never played with fabric in a junk journal before, I highly recommend you give it a go because it's a lot of fun, it's easy to use, and it can open up other textures and tactile experiences in your junk journal. And who doesn't want to have more fun? So let's do this. All right, so just looking for a blank page here. Oh, that might go well. All right, so this we're going to make what I'm going to call it today the curtain drape with surprise underneath. And my surprise underneath is going to be a poem from the Heartthrobs book that we made a journal out of a while back. And I'm just going to tear down what I want. I just want this part of the poem here. It's called 40 Years Ago. It's just a nice little poem. If you ever see a poetry book, that's a nice thing to pick up if you're in the thrift store or you have one on your shelf that you're not really using anymore. It's a great source of ephemera, something to put into your junk journal that might give, somebody pause for thought or, that type of thing. So here, I think that's cute. Yes, I'm going to ink it because I think it's going to give it a little more pop. Let's be really bold today and go for vintage photo. Yes. calling it standard brown. You can use any color you like, of course, but I just thought this might be fun. I do like tearing the paper because it gives a nice little torn edge, and it allows the ink to, with the fibers in the paper torn, it absorbs it nicely. And I think I need a little spritz of water here on my ink pad. It's just water. You can use water and glycerin, but glycerin will make the ink take a few seconds longer to dry. It's not a big deal, honestly, but if you're working with like pages and then you're inking and then you glue it and then you fold it, you might get some residue over here. So if you don't want that, probably just skip the glycerin. I find it just easy to spritz this with water. It's worked fine for years. I'm not going to mess with it now. Okay, so I could put it on this page. I could put it on an angle on that page. I could do funny things like that. Let's put it straight because I'm going to put the curtain, and that's where the fabric's going to come in. Okay, this is my Fabrifix glue in my Sugar Bells icing piping bottle so I can get a nice thin stream to work with. You could use any glue here. Just kind of know if you're going to use a wet white glue like an Elmer's glue or a school glue. It might wrinkle your papers a little bit more. Sometimes junk journal makers get a little frustrated with that. Sometimes it straightens out when it dries. Sometimes it doesn't. You end up with the warpelies. But you try different glues. Just have fun with it and experiment and see what other different crafters use, and you'll find your happy glue. You will. It's okay. We all have our favorite glue. Yeah, and that's the way we roll. Okay, so I need scissors. Okay, here we go. Okay, these are not my fabric scissors because why? My fabric scissors are in the kitchen where I'm cutting up all these pieces of fabric. So I'm making these fabric packs and they're in there, and I'm here. So I have my paper scissors now going to cut my fabric. Here I go. Just trying to see how much I need. Okay. And I'm just eyeballing this. This is the grand eyeball of it all. I rarely measure. Not a big fan of measuring. Feel free to measure if you want. Some people love it. Some people need to do it. Some people feel more secure, and that is okay. That's pretty good. Like that. I apparently can't cut a straight line. I can see that. All right, here we go. Now, okay. Oh, I have an idea for this. I'm going to do some fun. Okay. All right. Now, that wasn't straight either. A lot of redoing in the cuts in my world. It's all right. Now, what you can do, which would be the easiest thing to do, is just glue that down with Fabrifix, and that will give you your flip. It's already in place. It's pretty, this is very easy. And this fabric is relatively thin, so it doesn't add a lot of bulk to the junk journal, but it gives you a nice, see now it can do this, and the person can read the little poem over there. Now, what I'd like to do is amp it up a little bit. It looks a little, maybe it needs a little bit more contrast, things like that. So hang on. Okay, I'm going to bring in some sari silk here. That's S-A-R-I, sari, like Indian saris. These are recycled saris that have been torn into ribbons, and you can buy sari silk ribbon on eBay or Amazon or Etsy, I imagine, I'm sure. all different colors, or you can just get a white or a bisque color and then dye them yourself. But these are fun to use for all sorts of things in junk journals. They're thin, they're very thin, but they're very pretty, and you can use them as little accents. So I think I'm going to do that. I just use a little piece of this. A little goes a long way, and that's a nice thing with using fabric in junk journals is you don't need much. I mean, you can really raid your closet or run to the thrift store or things like that. What I found is that I was accumulating a lot and really pretty fabric. And but it was a little bit intimidating because it was all folded and on rolls and in these big pieces. And I thought, wouldn't it be nice if I just had a collection of small pieces to grab from periodically, and a little goes a long way. So that's actually why I'm making the fabric packs. I want to share them with you and also cut them into sizes that are manageable, so that they're easily usable. You can just grab a little piece and go, that type of thing. And I think I'm just going to add that there. You can put it up here. You can put it here where the glue is. I'll just put it where the glue is. It's not adding a lot of bulk to the journal itself, other than just giving it a little bit more decor. And yeah, so little bits and things like that. It's just fun. It's just fun. All right, so I'm just mushing that down. I trim that off a little bit. And that's okay if it actually sticks off the page a little bit. I just trim it off today. And now maybe I want to do something down here to show that this can be lifted. That's just kind of fun to do. I could use some more of this. Let's see. Maybe I'll put a little bow down here or something. I think that might be pretty. In a coordinating color, which would be the same color. I guess it's not coordinating, it just is the same color. Okay, let's try this. Now I got a small piece. I do better with the bunny ear maneuver. And you know why? You know why the bunny, you can never go wrong with the, okay, let's do the bunny, and this is why. Your little below flaps always come out on the bottom, where we generally want them, so you do your bunny ears, okay? What's that? Some odd piece. Let me just remove that. This is the bow. Watch it not work. Okay, this is the bow trick. Let me get my bunny ears organized. Okay, bunny ears. Got my bunny ears. Tie them together. Okay. There. You see how like people are always saying, how do I get the little bow danglies at the bottom? When you do the bunny ears, they just come out that way. I don't know. It's a thing, and it's not hard. Bunny ears, let's face it, are easier than any other kind of bow. So. You probably learned it way back when you were learning how to tie your shoes. I remember learning how to tie my shoes. That was quite the day. And I learned with bunny ears first. And I watched everybody else doing that other fancy whip around. And I'm like, okay, I have to graduate up to that level at some point. But I was pretty happy with the bunny ears. I really didn't understand why we had to do the other one at all. Not at all. I did not see the necessity for that. But everybody was doing it. So I you know, peer pressure went that way eventually. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. And so we're just going to put a little dab of glue there. You can also do this with embroidery floss or twine or something like that, but I just thought that would be kind of cute. And this is kind of a soft, mushy, ooshy, sort of squishy junk journal, so a little bit of fabric gives that compression, that bounce back sort of feel, which is nice. And you could also do buttons and things on here. That would be really pretty. Okay, so what I'm going to do, because this is white, this is actually, I don't know if it picks up on the camera, but this is green and this is white. So I think I'm just going to knock down the color of this page a little bit. I'm just going to take my, look at this. This is like random color knocking. Just using my dauber, and I'm just giving this page, it was a dyed page and baked, so it has some natural wrinkles in it from that, but I'm just going to give it a little extra contrasting there. And there we go. And then, you know, more things can be done on this page, but just for a little bit of contrast. So something to see. And here, maybe, should I put a button or two? Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm back with some buttons, and this is one that I did an altered button at some point. It's got some Gothic text on it and some inking, and I've got these other two little oddball brown buttons that I think I'm just going to put here and here and here. So let's go ahead and just glue those in place. So just fun little add-ons that you can do. Okay, I put you there. You could sew it on and all that, but it's fine to glue it too. You're not less than because you're gluing. You are just a gluing person. And glue is, again, just another supply in our tool chest that we can use. It's Very wonderful thing that we can do with paper or fabric, which gives us a lot of flexibility with things we can play with. So you're just like amping it up a little bit, taking it up a level, and you can keep going and keep going. And I would probably do some more things to this just for fun, but because I'm going to fold this page, I'm going to do this. I was going to put some stickles or Nouveau drops to accent that this has a flower in it and things like that. I would do things with that, but since I can't fold and close the page and go to the next page, I'm gonna have to wait on that. Maybe we'll do it at the end if I remember. Okay, Sunny, take notes. Will you remind me? Yeah, okay, Mama got it. Okay. Sunny has like a great memory, so we'll depend on him for that. Another fun thing to do is you can do little, okay, here, this is pretty. This is a little now, everybody gets mad when they see me cut up linen. Don't get mad. It's okay because I bought it and I can do what I want with it. Okay? All right, and if it bothers you, don't look. Just look away. It'll be all right. But, you know, I mean, let's face it. This is a pretty little handkerchief from days gone by. And I would like to see it become something, like more than its little self. I mean, I can sit here and, oh, it's a cute little handkerchief, but if it was in a book and doing something, then it has purpose and meaning beyond the life of a handkerchief. I don't know, I just think it's a wonderful worldly thing. And let's see where we're going to go with this one. He's got some pretty blue on it, but I thought it would make, hang on, I need a little thing, hold on. Okay, I grabbed some cardstock, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this napkin onto the cardstock. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do it in a triangle formation. Nothing fancy here. But what I'm making is a bookmark. And I'm going to use this. I mean, the handkerchiefs are nice because they're extremely thin. And they're easy to work with in a junk journal. So if you see some pretty handkerchiefs for a good deal, you go out there and you get them. And hang on to them. And then you'll figure out a way to use them in your junk journals. Because they're very handy in junk journals because of their thinness. All right, so we have that now. So I'm going to take my scissors of paper. This is paper and fabric I'm cutting, so who knows what that means? Nobody knows. Okay, I'll just cut a triangle off. Now I'm going to take that, and I'm going to marry it with a piece that's the same size. This is highly technical. Make sure you don't miss a step of this. So I'm going to get the same. So I'm just following the line. Oop. Follow the line, Pam. Okay, so now they technically should be the same size. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to glue them together just here and here. Can you see that? That's not, it's hard to see on the, so this, yeah, I'm just going to glue them here and here and leave the bottom part open. So let's go ahead and put that there. It'll be very wise beyond measure to allow this to dry. Of course I won't. And we'll just see if it works. It's going to stick out a little bit on the corner, but I'm okay with that because I kind of like things that pop out and stick out a little bit. You could also sew it. That would be very pretty. Wouldn't that be very pretty? Maybe we'll do that with another one. Something we're making here. Okay. All right, so just lining that up. Now you can do inking on this. Oh, I have a little picture on this. Isn't that cute? Not planned at all, but there it is. I have a box under me with discarded cardstock that I use, and so I pull from it a lot and just use it up. Okay, let's just maybe lightly ink the edges. So what I'm doing, I'm just dealing with the little bit of white that's showing there. You don't have to deal with it, or you could have extended this over the edge, have it hang off a little bit. That's fine too. You just have fun with it. Oh, you're coming off like you're not stuck. Look at you. More glue, please. Bring in the glue. Bring in the glue truck. There we go. There we go. Okay. And maybe I'm going to do this back because somebody might see the back. If this is a removable bookmark. So easy to make, but very cute. All right, so another nice way to use fabric. Okay, here we go. Oh, I do like that. That looks pretty. I wonder if that, oh, that looks very nice, doesn't it? Yeah, I mean, the contrasting with that and that, I think that pulls this together. I am going to gingerly, she said, I need more glue. You probably want to double check and make sure you glued everything the way you intended, because sometimes you miss a spot. You know, it happens. It's okay. Just go back and glue it down. We have more glue, or the glue makers are continuing to make glue, so we are okay. If you want to make sure that you're in there and everything is only glued where you want it to be glued, give the outer sides a pinch. Come in with your bone folder and gently form the shape of your pocket. Okay, if all went well, this baby should just pop right on there. Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay, so that's what she looks like. Now she does stick out a little bit because it's glued on the edges. Okay, but I kind of like that. I think that's pretty. All right, so that is number 2. And then let's do, I should do one in the back here, balance myself out a little bit. 3, I thought it would be fun to make some little fabric tabs and page tabs. They're very simple to make. You can make them out of anything. Let me see, I want to make them out of something maybe a little darker. Let me find a piece of cloth. Okay, so I found this. This was actually, I think, a dress, and it didn't fit right. So now it is junk journal fodder. That's right. What takes the longest, honestly, working with fabric is cutting it up into small usable pieces. So maybe I'm going to use these as the base, this material. I think it's kind of cool. Oh, no, that didn't work so well. Okay, going for the shredded, frayed edge look. Liking it. Okay, fraying that edge. That's already frayed. So I think, this is a one signature thing. So maybe I'll just do, what about 3? We'll do 3 of these. That'll be plenty. There's a lot of paper punches you can use for page tabs, but you can just make little tabs out of fabric, and they're very easy to make. And if your fabric is too thin, you can mount it on a little piece of paper and glue the fabric to the paper and then do it that way. So these are thick enough. This is it's almost a burlap quality, so I would say that is thick enough. If it wasn't thick enough, I would grab a piece of cardstock or a piece of regular paper and just glue this to it, cut it out, and then fold it, and that will give your page tab some structure. So let's just find some random page. Oh, here, you don't have anything. Oh, nothing going on you. Yeah. Well, we have 3, right? Okay. Well, maybe I'll put you here. And actually, that gives a little nice counter contrast there. So, when you're doing your page tab, all you want to do is you just put your glue here and you put your glue here, and it should work. Let's try. It's pretty simple. This is Fabrifix. Okay. You want to leave yourself a little bit sticking out, and you got a second to check it with the Fabrifix. So you give yourself like a ½ inch sticking, and then test. Is that what you want to see? Is that as much as you want to see? Do you not want to see it at all? Do you want to see more than that? You make the big decision. There you go. That's pretty much done. So that was easy. So it gives you another fabric and material gives you another resource to play with that maybe you haven't been playing with that much. Where'd my other pieces go? I'll do one here. So that means glue you. And it's just like you're the kid in the candy store and you just discovered a new aisle you didn't even know was there. That's what it's like. Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, here we go. We have possibilities. Let's think outside the box. Let's play with this stuff. It has 101 uses. You don't need a lot to have a lot of fun. And you're just, only limited by your own creativity. You get out there and you think of things. You use that noodle and come up with ideas, and just try them. Don't be afraid to try them. Every time you think, oh, I think I thought of something, and then you think, oh no, I don't want to ruin my journal. No, you stop that right there, and you go and you try it, because my hope is that you're going to make more journals, and every journal is a grand experiment that you might learn from and take little bits and pieces and parts towards your next journals, and then also experiment in the new ones coming up, because that'll give you a sense of adventure and freshness, and it'll be fun to do things. You'll be looking forward to, like, oh, I'm so glad I tried that. That's going to be you. You're going to be walking around up and down the hallways going, oh man, that was totally worth it. Okay, we get that out there. Okay, I shortchanged it. Come back out here. Okay, give myself like a little, whoop, that was useless. Okay, there we go. But we do have those moments of repositioning this thing, thankfully, with this glue. And remember, if you get the overgluage, you can rub with the finger. And if your fingers aren't too inky, it doesn't turn all brown on you, but if they're inky, you can just see it where you need to roll it off. Okay, so that's good. Make sure there's no attachment where you may have slid it around. There may be residual glue, but the Fabrifix rolls off very, very user-friendly like. Okay, that's good. Okay, let me stick out a little bit. Let me reposition you. I still have a second. I do, I know I do. Okay, here we go. All right, there. Better, 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 better. Okay, okay. Let's see if you're all in the right spot. I'm gonna massage it a little bit. There we go. Did I take you off? Are you too dry now? No, you're good. Okay. There we go. So now we have 3 little page tabs in our journal, which is nice. It's becoming kind of like a fluffy journal. It's a little fluffy. And so yeah, those are the 3 things. This was a quick and easy, just expose, playing with fabric in your junk journal and fun things you can do with it. So but probably have a few more of these videos just to give you ideas. And this is actually a pocket too. This is a bigger pocket in the back. And here's we did this. Here we did that one. We did the page tabs. I should put something on this side. That looks like it looks funny to me on that side because it's upside down. So what can oh, you know what I can do? I was oogling over this fabric. Maybe I will almost like want to cover that in this color. I think that's pretty. If I obscure it, nobody will know it's upside down, except for all of you will know. But if I obscure it, it won't be. Now you can collage with the fabric. Okay, let's just collage. That might be fun because then I can just cover up the whole thing. All right, so I got that there. All right, let's just do this. All right, here I come. I'm collaging. I'm just going to put glue all over the back, and then I'm going to put a little extra glue because it's fabric and I want to have a good seal. And maybe a little layering, not too much. I don't want it too thick and fluffy. Okay, let's just put this on there. I can always trim the edges. What's this? This is pretty. Do you want to come and play? Oh, the fabric. This is nice and thin. Yeah, let me use this. Okay. Oh, the blue's pretty too because we have some blue in the rest of it. Let's see. Yeah, you can change your mind 1,000 times too. That's all right. And get threads stuck to your fingers and chase those around for an hour. Okay. Wish I had my glasses on. They're right there too, and my glasses dark. Reach, Pam, reach. My glue is drying. Okay. Here, I'll just keep going. We can trim the edges in a second. Oh, maybe we want to do another one of those. We could. We could do like a little layer design. Oh, that might look cute. My glue's still working. My glue's still working. Okay, good, good. We're doing good. And what are we going to do up here? Maybe a little piece of this. We could do that. Okay. All right, let's just do that. All right, let's see what we got now. See how I use my journal as a glue mat? Probably not a good idea. Yeah, okay, so now I have that. That's all weird looking, but now I'm going to come with the trim. The big trim save. These are great scissors. If you haven't got these yet, I highly recommend them. They cut fabric, paper well. They just cut everything so well. Yeah, my favorite scissors, absolutely. Without question. There we go. I just trim a little bit of this off so I can say I did. Now you could, well, you can't sew it now, but you could sew the L shape if you wanted. That would look cute too. Okay. Let's get that little edge there. Okay. And yes, I'm going to ink it to unify the edges. Look at me go. Unifying and inking. More glue. Okay, so that's another thing you can do with fabric. You can just collage things. If you need to cover something up, pop a piece of fabric on it. Yeah, there. And make it into a thing. Like if you smudged something, and it happens. I know. Fabric is a great way to cover things up. Okay, here we go. Looks like the Egyptian pyramid. Okay. Now where was that? Here, right? Yeah. Okay, so you're going to go this way. Back from whence you came. This way. What's on there? Did I put it on that? That was the page? I don't know if I want to cover that up now. Okay, nope, not going there. Not going there. I'm going to find myself a new page. And you can also put these upside down. You don't necessarily have to only do them at the top. You can do them on the bottom too, like that. You can totally do that. That's a thing. Yeah, I don't know where it's a thing, but it's a thing. And you could also use it as a false pocket, but we're going to use it as a bookmark. I just got to find a new page. There's a place. All right, I need to ink this up a little bit. Okay. I'm knocking back the blankness of it. It's a light green, which is nice, and I like that. But I'm just changing it up a little bit to give it contrast again here. Okay, across the top, where that's going to connect. And here we go. Da 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 da. All done. All done. So I hope you're all snugly and warm and safe, whatever you're doing today. I hope you're having fun with your papers. Going to do a lot of fun new things in 2023, so hang on. There we go. So it looks like that. And then, of course, we want to see the other side. And we have nice contrast. That looks good. So those were your 3 things. I hope you had fun. And Sunny, are you here? I'm right here, Mom. I'm literally right here. Okay, I'm coming. You want to do a pup date? Maybe I should do a public service announcement. A public service announcement. Okay. Well, I hope you know what you're saying. I have no idea. Hello! Hello, everybody. It's Sunshine. Just wishing you happy sunny wishes today. And happy crafting. And my public service announcement is it's a wonderful crafty day. And make sure you have fun. It's like a vitamin. I stole that from Mom. Yeah, you did. You stole that. Make up your own stuff. Okay. Okay. So, you know that dress that you have that you never wear, but you think you have to keep it for some strange reason, and it takes up all that room in your closet? Go get it and cut it up. Yep. And feel good about it. Yep. Because you're going to have lots of fabric to play with. And you're going to make really cool things. So hold on to your hats, everybody. We're in the fast lane now. This is serious stuff. Okay? Go get it. Don't be afraid. Okay. Thank you, Sunny. I think we all have that piece of clothing that we're sitting there hanging on to for some reason. Like maybe we're hoping we'll fit in it again, or we had a great memory in it, or whatever. But let's be realistic. You're never putting that thing on again. Let's put it to good use. This is the year. This is the year to use up our pretties. Okay, folks, so for those of you who are new, and hi to everybody who's been here. Thanks for hanging out. And those who are new, my videos come out Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, 7 a.m. Eastern Time. My podcasts come out Tuesdays and Thursdays with new audio material. And there's tons of video podcasts that you can watch anytime on Spotify. I have a free monthly emailed newsletter. If you would like to get a free digital image emailed to you every month, in multiple different sizes on one sheet of paper. You just print it out at home. And you also get a note from the bookmaker, which explains what a junk journal is and how to use it. And you get it in Word and PDF format. And you can change the text or the style of the font, things like that. You can change wording, make it your own, or with my blessings, you can use it exactly as is and just tuck it into your junk journal. It helps people understand what a junk journal is, because a lot of people don't know what a junk journal is, and it is our mission to expose the world to junk journals because they're so much fun. Okay, and I have an Etsy shop where when I have journals and bundles and kits and things like that ready for sale, I will put them in there. I will do my best to let you know that they're going in there, but I might just sneak some things in there too. So you might want to have a look every once in a while over at the Paper Outpost Etsy shop. I sell digital kits there, or digi-kits, which are also they're also known as printables, printable downloads, instant download images, things like that. You basically buy the computer files from me, and then they are stored for you in your purchases section in your Etsy account eternally. You can go there and download them and print them out anytime you want. You can save them on your computer. If you lost them, you can find them back in your Etsy account and download them again. And they're themed, like birds, Victorian, celestial. I always say those. I have over 195 themes, so feel free to peruse around. If you want to see my digi-kits, only my digi-kits, because sometimes Etsy mixes them up. Etsy, when you Google something on Etsy, I mean when you search for something on Etsy, Etsy's a search engine, so it will show you a couple of my things, and then it will start mixing in other people's things, and just the way Google does. So be mindful of the name of the store shop, or you might be buying somebody else's stuff. if you don't care and you just want pretty stuff, that's a great way to do it. But let's say you're interested in my print and mail option, where I would actually print them out for you in packs of 10 DigiKits, and you're trying to give me a list of the names of the DigiKits that you want me to print from my shop. Go to www.thepaperoutpost.com, and that will take you to my Etsy shop, Only My Stuff. So if you want to see Only My Stuff, that's the easiest way to do it. And I sell FUNDLEs, which are collections of old and interesting paper. If you like to feel and touch and smell and crinkle very beautiful old antique ledger and checks and receipts and postcards and old black and white photos and all sorts of really just cool papers, I do 100 piece plus paper packs, and I mail them to you. Free priority shipping is included. And they're just darn fun. They're just darn fun because you just never know what you're going to find in there. Historians and collectors, perk up your ears because you just never know. And I have an Amazon shop if you're looking for these cool scissors. There's a link there. These are by Fiskar, and that does help my shop, but it does not cost you more to use those links. So thank you very much for everybody who has purchased through my Amazon shop links. I have a t-shirt shop. If you like the phrase create with reckless abandon, or everything is a craft supply until proven otherwise, hey, you can get that on a t-shirt, a sweatshirt, a zipped hoodie, a mug, or a tote, or a water bottle. What's more fun than that? And you can find me on Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook. Come and join our Facebook group. We're having a lot of fun over there doing weekly and monthly challenges, as well as seeing what you guys make from these videos. It's a great place to share, get inspired. Oh my God, people are so creative. Come on over and take a peek. You're welcome to lurk, which just means you're hanging out and just watching. You don't have to post anything. That's totally fine too. And remember, most of all, that fun can be simple, and create with reckless abandon, everybody. And I'll see you next time. I got to get back to cutting the fabric. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.